Hi, and thanks for joining me today for my weigh-in update. So if you are new to my channel, my name is Jo and I am on the Slimmer World journey. I am on the last part of my journey to my goal weight now, which I cannot wait to get there. Obviously, no one can, everyone's in the same boat. They can't wait, but mine just seems to have been coming so slowly. I'm getting there now, so that's the main thing. Yeah, so now, I've had what I thought was a really good week, and I was so excited to go to group today because Sarah Winter, that's off the front cover of the magazine this time, she was there giving us a little chat, which was really nice. Seemed a lovely lady. I was lucky enough to sit by her while she was sat ready for her to go and talk. So I did ask her a couple of questions and yeah, so, well, let me get into my weigh-in then because I just want to talk about a few things. So, yeah, so I thought I'd had a really good week and I've done, quite a bit of body magic this week. I've done the big walk on Sunday. I've been to the gym a few times. So I thought, I will get a nice loss. So did I get that nice loss? No, I maintained. So I was a little bit disappointed, I gotta be honest, because I thought, well, hang on a minute, I've had a really good week and I've done this walk, I've done this gym, and I've maintained. But listening to Sarah and, image therapy, when I come home then, I look through my food diary for the week and I went through it and now, my problem is on weigh day, on a Tuesday, I tend to think that I can have a few treats. So I end up going over sin. So then that means I always compensate then for the rest of the week and keep my sins low. So I'm not going over that 105 for the week. I always have that in the back of my mind. I know not to go over the 105. But this week, looking at it, I haven't actually been keeping it as low as I should have been. Now, I know you can have up to 15 sins a day. And for some people, they eat all 15 sins and they will have a loss. I know some people look forward to their treat plates at night. They put it all out on a plate, 15 sins or 12, whatever. And they eat those and then they come in with a weight loss. But for me, it doesn't happen. If I'm, I've got to be really, I think I've got to be under a certain amount of sins to get a loss. So if I look back, now on the Tuesday was over sins, then on the Wednesday I finished on 14 and a half sins, which that was a mistake straight away because I was higher sin the day before. And then Thursday was 6 sins, so that's not too bad. Friday was 7 and a half, so not too bad, but should have been 5 or under really. And then Saturday was 11, so he's creeping up again. Sunday was 14. Now that was too high. And then yesterday was 4, which was, that was fine. I haven't totaled that up, to be honest, to know how much that is. But anyway, so looking back on my diary, where I thought I'd had a really good week, I mean, have had a good week. I haven't gone out and scoffed on takeaways or, like pizzas or fish and chips or cakes or anything, but I've been on the higher end of my sins compared to what I should have been because of the Tuesday. So anyway, listening to Sarah, like she said, which my consultant is always saying, fill up on your free foods and your speed foods before you have to think about having any sins, which that's okay, but there are occasions, and I don't care who you are, but there are occasions when you have to have that bit of chocolate, and like I have to sin yogurts, I have to sin like mayonnaise if I want mayonnaise, ketchup. So you can't go through a whole day with no sins. Well, I can't because I want my yogurts and I want my mayo or my ketchup. But I know what they're saying. Rather than going to that bar of chocolate or that bag of crisps, go for your free food or your speed first, which clearly I haven't really been doing. I've been having these little snacks. But also, I think, which Amber, she's 16, but she's got, she's got a good head on her shoulders. And she said to me, because I was just talking about it now, and I mean, my son's like, oh, Mum, and like Amber saying, but Mum, if you go too long without any nice little treats, isn't that going to cause you then to go off and binge? And which, yeah, she's completely right. Because if you go for so long depriving yourself of this stuff, and then your body's going to think, and I've seen it, there's plenty that have done it. They've gone so long, like they've gone for a period of time of being so good, so strict, and then all of a sudden they're having these binges because they've restricted themselves too much. Now, I find I'm quite happy with what I eat. Like when I was calorie counting, I would choose like, the call it bad, but the not so healthy foods for my calories, which wasn't helpful for my body, So I'm eating much, much healthier now. But I hope you understand what I'm saying. But I can't go completely without any sins because it would drive me mad and I would end up binging. So, I've got to have some treats along the line. Even if I save my healthy extra B, I don't have that for breakfast or lunch, and then I can have my 2 hi-fi bars in the evening, then that's fine because it's giving me that sweet treat. And I think if you go without sweet treats, you must be very, very, very clever to be able to do that, because I just think you have to have a little sweet treat now and again, even if it's a pink and white wafer or, just something. So I am going to try this week. I'm going to go for those speed foods and the free foods a little bit more before I go for speed food. Now, I have cut down on Greek yogurt, as you know. I've been limiting how much I have at a portion. But at the end of the day, that's a free food. So, yeah, I'm just going to change things up a little bit this week, I think, just to see. I've got £4.5. I had to say this last week, but I've got £4.5 to go. And I've got 4 weigh-ins left. So come on, I don't want to buy another countdown. It's going to kill me if I got to buy another countdown. So £4.5 left to do in 4 weeks. Is that going to be possible? I know, yes, it is possible. But for me, is it going to be possible? Because I have these weeks where I maintain or I gain £0.5 pound. And, oh, it's so frustrating. I just want to get to target. I mean, and also I was saying to Sarah, and she said, just relax a little bit. Don't be so, like uptight about it. So I'm going to try and relax a little bit this week. I can't say drink more fluid because I drink like a flipping fish, like not alcohol. Maybe I drink too much. It's not possible to drink too much. But anyway, so, and I'm active enough. So, there's no question about that. So, yeah, I'm just going to have to try and change things up a little bit. So today, Amber is doing her cooking, if you did see my video yesterday, and I am going to enjoy some of that. I'm not going to have a huge portion of it. She's doing homemade lasagna, homemade garlic bread, and chocolate souffle with raspberry coulis. So I'm going to have a small amount of the lasagna, a little taste of the garlic bread, not massive, and I am going to have the souffle. It's only one in those little ramekins, so I'm going to enjoy the souffle. And then some people say just draw a line and start tomorrow a new day. But I can't do it as in have all my full 15 sins. So I will reduce that down a little bit just to try and help. So I really hope that I can sit here next week and say I've had £1 weight loss. Obviously, I'd like more. But if I have £1, I'll be, quite happy with that. I don't want another maintain and I don't want to gain. So we will see what next week brings. There's nothing really getting in my way this week. The kids are home, but there's nothing. We are going here, there and everywhere. But nothing to have to cause me to go off plan, I don't think. And I'd definitely be home for my meals, my evening meal anyway. So yeah, anyway, so this week it was a maintain, a little bit gutted, but looking back on it, I really think I could have made better choices. So we will be here around about the same time next week and see if I can get that pound loss for next week. So I hope you've all had the results that you've wanted if you've weighed today, and if not, you know why. And let's just start again, another week, another fresh start. And yeah, and I mean, I write everything down every single day. I write everything down. So, and it is so good to write it down, because now I can look back and think, well, yeah, why did you eat that? Why did you have that on the 15th, whatever day that was? I had a Kit Kat 5.5 cents. Why did I eat that? Why didn't I go and get a boiled egg? But sometimes you don't fancy a boiled egg. But I've got £4.5 to go, so I've got to start telling myself, instead of that chocolate, go and grab something, even as Greek yogurt, just have that with some drops in there to flavour it up or something. Anyway, so I am going to change it up a little bit this week. Hopefully you will be there to watch what I'm eating this week. And yeah, so fingers crossed that next week I'll be here with a loss. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all either tomorrow for my usual vlog or next week if you're just here for my weigh-in update. So take care. Bye.